your weather authority.
Well, our winter storm may be over, but the rough roadway conditions are going to continue at least for the next couple of days, especially during the overnight and early morning hours where temperatures will be well below freezing. Still plenty of clouds across Arkansas. We may see a couple of breaks in that overcast tonight, but if we do, they're not going to last long. Yet another Arctic front and a disturbance is headed our way from the northern and central plains. And that's right, it's going to bring another chance of wintry weather to parts of Arkansas by later tomorrow and tomorrow night. We'll tell you where, when, and how much. Your forecast first for Little Rock, we're looking for mostly cloudy skies, partly cloudy at times overnight tonight. By morning, we'll be down to 18. KARK-4 News at 6 starts now.
Now from the station you count on, this is a KARK-4 Ice Alert.
And from up above, taking a look down at a coat of winter Mother Nature has laid across central Arkansas, if not the entire part of the state, or the entire state, I should say, the aftermath of an ice storm overnight, making roadways very dangerous, and they will continue to be that way for a better part of this week as things thaw and then refreeze. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Katz. Besides the sleet and freezing rain, some incredible stories emerging from the ice storm that hit Arkansas like this one.
I was thinking, there's no way she can have this baby in the truck. We need to get to the hospital so she can have it in the hospital.
You do not want to miss this story. KARK-4's Ken Bufo will introduce us to the little bundle of joy that was born in the middle of the storm in just a few moments.
But first, I want to give you the latest conditions in central Arkansas and beyond. Clinton National Airport resuming flights at this hour. According to the Highway and Transportation Department, most of South Arkansas, the roads there are clear. However, Little Rock northward, those roads remain icy and very treacherous in some portions. According to the numbers from Entergy Arkansas and Arkansas Electric Cooperatives, over 31,000 customers are without power this evening.
But first, we start our team coverage of the 2015 ice storm with KARK-4's Melissa Schroeder. And as far as problems go here in central Arkansas, according to transportation officials, Interstate 30 has been the worst throughout the afternoon, and that is how it is probably this evening. But let's check in with Melissa now. She's live in Saline County. So, Melissa, are you seeing any improvement tonight?
Yeah, hey there, guys. If you take a look. Hey there, guys. If you take a look behind me, you're going to see that traffic has improved since we last visited with you at 5 o'clock. To give you an idea of where we are, you can see the Alcoa Road exit just feet away, and it has been bumper to bumper, that stop and go kind of traffic throughout the afternoon. The major issue transportation officials have been seeing out here, a lot of the jackknifed semi-trucks. That's causing backups, accidents, of course, and that's making it difficult for transportation vehicles to get through this area and clear some of this road up because the congestion has just been horrific throughout the afternoon. We spoke to a couple of drivers, semi-truck drivers and people traveling. They said they've been sitting in this stuff for hours. But again, some good news to report because you can see that traffic is starting to move as smoothly as can be expected in these kind of conditions. We'll continue to monitor I-30 traffic and bring you the very latest tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, we're reporting live from Saline County. Melissa Schroeder, KARK-4 News.
All right, some good news there, I guess. Melissa, thanks very much. Major roadways remain the priority for road crews. KARK-4's Brittany Johnson joins us now live at the new Big Rock interchange where I-430 and I-630 meet. She has more on how construction has even been affected by the storm and what, of course, you can expect tonight. Brittany.
Well, if you come out here, even though they're asking people stay off the roads tonight, expect to drive relatively slowly. That's because while they have made some progress, you can see a lot of that sludge is starting to get a little bit harder. We've noticed people, even on this on-ramp right here, people are trying to get back onto 630. They have to drive really, really slow. There's really only sort of one lane that is clear and it's in the middle, but because of all the sludge that's been pushed to the side, that is going to remain there and become harder and harder. Now, crews do tell us that they feel that the salt they were able to put down a few days ago, it made a difference. The problem is tonight, it's not going to get warm enough for the salt that they put down to really help them out, but they will be out there. We've seen road crews out pushing aside some of that additional sludge that is going to remain here, trying to get it out of the roadway. They tell us that they'll be out on 12-hour shifts for 24 hours till about Thursday as people still try to navigate this mess. Now, one of the big difference today between today and yesterday is that it's going to remain cold. So as you can see, some of the cars that are out here, the few cars that are out here, they're moving relatively slowly. We've seen people who look like they're going 10 miles an hour, some people who look like they're going 30 miles an hour, but across the board, they really want people to slow down, especially when you talk about these on and off ramps, because while the interstate is a priority, the on and off ramps are not as much of a priority, and they're not getting as much traffic, so you really need to slow down when you're getting on and off the interstate. Live in Little Rock, Brittany Johnson, KARK-4 News.
And Brittany, thank you very much. Want to take to the skies now. KARK-4's Jay Burr is aloft in Sky 4, tracking traffic conditions throughout the state and the central part of Arkansas as night falls. Jay, tell us where you see your vantage point. Where are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, guys. Giving you the bird's eye view here, if you will. We're actually traveling along I-30 eastbound here, in between Benton and West Little Rock is where you're kind of starting to see just some slowing down in traffic. Also, Malvern, in between Malvern and Benton, but south of Highway 70 has been a real problem spot as well. And what you're really noticing, especially when you see it from up here, is you think that the roads might look good and everything seems to be clear, but it's really just that dirty ice, just from the traffic of the day. You get the dirt kicked up and everything with that also in there. So people do be careful out there when you're driving, because that's that black ice that we always talk about, and you're not going to be able to see it, especially along the bridges as well. And you know, in seeing things from up here, you really get a good perspective on the overpasses along the highway. You tend to see not a lot of ice leading into it, but as soon as you hit that bridge, it's very noticeable. In fact, we're coming up on one right here, and I can show you what I'm getting at. And you can see right there, it's not bad, not terrible, but then you get to the bridge, and it's very noticeable. So if you're out traveling tonight, do be careful on those bridges. Even though they might look clear leading into it, that black ice will definitely sneak up on you as well. But no accidents to report, which is also a good thing. And also from up here, you tend to see that people have had a little fun with some of the 360s and the donuts that they've been doing in parking lots.
Well, you know, some folks taking advantage of what they can, but that's also a thing to point out, too. Once you get off those roads that have been treated and things like that, you get onto those secondary roads. Those roads have yet to be cleared, so you could get yourself in a situation you couldn't get out. So be very careful out there. Jay, thanks very much.
And school closings rolling in by the hour. Here is a quick look at some of the list on our website, arkansasmatters.com. The Little Rock School District, the Pulaski County Special School District, and Searcy districts all closed tomorrow. That is just a few of them, but you can see there's a long list. Just go to our website to see the rest.
And on the topic of school closings, with many schools canceled across the state, and perhaps tomorrow as well as today, families and friends took time out to enjoy snow and ice. This is video of Wilson Park in Fayetteville, where folks use just about anything to slide down the slopes. Even a kayak was employed because, you know, if you don't have a sled in the garage, you've got a kayak. Why not?
Whatever works.
Absolutely. A Central Arkansas family says the storm wasn't all that bad because it's the same night their new family member decided to come into the world.
And Ken Buffa got to meet the little bundle of joy whose story will warm your heart even on this icy night. Ken.
That's right, Ashley. Bob, Lauren and David planned on staying home and letting the storm pass, but their baby had other plans.
He's coming, we're not gonna make it.
Lauren and David Adamski say Sunday night's ice storm is one they'll never forget.
As we were driving away from our house, I was thinking, this is gonna be crazy.
The Cabot couple spent the night driving to Spring Hill Hospital in North Little Rock.
By the time we got to Sherwood, we were driving on solid ice.
Because Lauren,
I just felt like I still had some time.
Was giving birth.
I thought I was gonna die.
On the iciest night of the year.
They were like, oh, we're driving on solid ice. And I was like, can you guys shut up, please?
And if the sleet and ice weren't enough, the couple says time was not on their side.
He's like, his head's out, his head's out.
David says by the time he reached the hospital parking lot,
I was freaking out, so I throw the truck in park, jump out, run around.
And Lauren, she had to accept fate.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna deliver the baby in the truck.
6 pounds, 8 ounces, and roughly 2 inches of sleet later, the Adamski family had themselves a baby boy.
Thank God.
And a story that'll melt your heart, even with all this ice.
Whenever he opened his eyes, I just knew that, you know, he was okay.
The family was thinking about naming the baby Octavian after the storm, but decided Brennan would be a better choice.
but he will have that story with him the rest of his life.
Absolutely.
Well, we will continue to follow the changing conditions all across the state for you. We will have the latest on the road conditions, power outages, and school and business closings. You can find them here on air and on our app and on ArkansasMatters.com.
Brennan, born to drive a pickup. Still to come, round-robin style wrap-up of how the storm is affecting parts of Arkansas, from the Delta to the Ozarks.
Plus, take a look. Stay with us. We will be monitoring the roads for you from the skies throughout the newscast. Another sneak peek down at what we're seeing on the roads in Saline County next.
And winter back with a vengeance across Arkansas over the past 24 hours. Here in Little Rock, 30 and 25. The high and low today averages 55 and 35. 0.8 of an inch of liquid precipitation, but it all fell as sleet, about 2.2 inches of it. We got a little bit more snow on the way. We'll let you know where it's going to fall and how much to expect in just a couple minutes.
From the station that brings you local news that matters, this is KARK 4 News at 6 in high definition. With Bob Clausen, Ashley Katz, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Aaron Peters with your Razorback Nation report.